Hey, 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 it's Tia, baby, and I am back with another video. So I've got a lot of feedback about my previous video in reference to allegedly Abraham commenting on one of my videos, and a lot of you guys were saying, oh, a lot of you guys said you think it was him. A lot of you guys think it was a fake account. And some friends thought it was Suzette. And I myself, after reading it, I said it in the video that I thought it might be Suzette. Because he is older. I'm not going to say old. He's older. And I don't see him using the word period as well in bold. So I did a little investigation, not a little bit, but what I am is an observer. I go by body language. I pay attention to small details that a lot of people overlook, and a lot of people that are more outgoing and more, the life of the party, they tend to miss the small things, versus I'm an introvert, so I pay attention to things that normally people would not pay attention to. So that's another reason why I started this Selena series, because there were things in Chris' book that I paid attention to, and then also looking at like interviews and stuff, people may overlook, and I just sometimes I'll look at an interview over and over again just to see the person's expressions, the way they look when they answer questions, their body language. I'll go over and over again until I think of why they would move their hand that way when someone asks them this question, or position themselves this way when when someone asks them that question, if you understand what I'm saying. So I pay attention to stuff like that a lot of people that are more outgoing, that are more lively, will tend to overlook, or not really not really care to pay attention to. So when I was reading that passage, that pamphlet that allegedly Abraham was writing to me, I don't even think it was Suzette. I think it's someone that has a Yolanda complex. And what I mean by Yolanda complex, meaning a person that pretends to be your friend, but really trying to get information out of you for their personal gain, or or they trying to like destroy you, under the belt. So I read it, and then I read it a few times, and I've noticed one word that gave me an idea. But I'm not going to say the word. I want you guys to investigate on your own, and I want you to email me the person you think it is that's in my comment section. I will put my YouTube email in this video somewhere. So I'm going to explain what I'm talking about. So there is a word. I'm not going to say what the word is. I'll say where the word is. I believe it's on the 4th paragraph, and it starts with an I. I'm going to just say that. It starts with an I, and it's on the 4th. I think it's either the 3rd or 4th paragraph. And it's one word, so I think it's a 7-letter word. I come to look down my comments, and I'm like, someone else pointed it out to me as well. They was like, I don't think that was Abraham, because he wouldn't use that word that I'm talking about. He wouldn't use that word. I don't even really, do I know what the word means? I have a context clues of what it means, but I never really hear no one uses words like that in my surroundings. I don't. Maybe people of Caucasian people use it. I don't know, but I don't use that word. I don't know many people that uses that word, but it was funny because there is a supporter that I thought was a supporter, and I hope that I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong and I accuse this person, I will say I apologize. I will apologize, right now, I will apologize if it isn't this person. But I read a comment and that word appeared in their vocabulary. Also, another clue, I did mention several times in my other video that Abraham wrote an essay, a long ass essay, and I think that he's a multimillionaire. Why would he waste his time writing a whole essay on my channel? And this supporter that I hope is a real supporter is known to write essays. So that's a second clue. Write lengthy essays, and that person's not the only person that write lengthy essays, but it just gave me a light bulb because that person used that word that I'm talking about, as well as long essays, and then certain words in that essay that allegedly Abraham wrote to me. Certain words he put in bold. That person that I'm talking about did the same thing in certain words. So I'm like, I hope that this person that I thought was a huge supporter and, encouraged me to do more videos on Selena and her family, and and I hope that this person isn't trying to, sabotage me or, trying to, I don't know, scare me, or which you're not. I'm just letting you know, or trying to intimidate me by trying to pretend that you're Abraham or someone from her family, and because that's an attack mode for real. I mean, that was a negative comment. So I'm just saying. And then also another clue: that person would comment on other people. And it's like in the way they comment, it was like they gassing for information. Something that Yolanda portrayed in that movie that Abraham and them created 20-something years ago on Selena. How she always just was like very nosy and very eager to find out information. That's what that person was doing. It was like certain questions. Why do you think that, for example, they would say, why do you think that this and this and this? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. But it was but you really want them to. And this is not the first time this happened. So, like I said, if it's not true, I will not hesitate to apologize. But this is it's too many red flags. It's too many clues for that one particular person. But I want you guys to do some investigation. I want you guys to read that Abraham passage. So look at that video again. If you got to pause it just to read that passage, pause it. And then look in the comment section on that exact video. It's a lot of comments, so you're going to have to do a lot of reading. So do that and find the word that I'm talking about. And once you find the word that I'm talking about in the Abraham passage, look for the comment, read through all the comments under that video and find that same word and you'll get your response. You'll get your answer. And then if you want to do even more investigation, once you find that person that wrote the same, dialect, that person has, made several other comments in other videos, and included in the last video that I just did. That wasn't the only comment that person made. So, I'm just saying, help me out. So this video is not really much of a video. It's just more of an investigation / venting video. So I will get back with you with another video, probably tomorrow or Sunday. Probably tomorrow or Sunday. And I'm going to talk about Abraham some more. So stay tuned. If you want to do a little investigation, please do. And like I said, if you find the person, or if you think you know who I'm talking about, just email me the name, and I'll let you know if that is who I'm referring to. All right, so I will get back with you in another video. Peace.